Today it's pretty obvious we're gonna play Kona, and if some of y'all who don't like Kona and be like, well, why did you just waste like 15, 20 bucks? How much the game cost on it? Well, I did not. I actually, one of my buddies, the one I was just playing Fortnite with not so long ago, he's actually lending me one of his accounts that has Kona on it, so big thanks to him. So we'll go ahead and get to Sturt Road. Okay, apparently you can have multiple saves, alright. Oh well, two viewers just popped up in like 2 seconds. I just got wait for it to load. Canadian Simulator. No, I should put it as Canadian Simulator 2018. Ooh, then graphics. Oh, hey, 1 year before my dad was born,
Carl
3 before
Fauvert
my
sought
mom.
information for a living. That is to say that ever since he
It's
returned
freaking
from
touchy,
Korea,
man.
after having served with the armed forces, he had
Jesus
been working as
Christ.
a private investigator in Montreal. William Hamilton, a rich industrialist, had gotten in touch with him regarding a simple
He paused
burglary
the
case.
game. It was just too
Nothing to
touchy.
write home about. Not worth hiring a private eye either, just so he can drive for hours on rough roads. But that's how it had always been. The client pays, Carl gets it done.
Options. Controls. That is way too freaking touchy, man. Okay, that's still, touchy.
They
Alright.
had set up to meet at the general store, his client's business. Well, actually, the entire village had William Hamilton's name written all over it.
Hella shop all over the road because we're cool.
When the roads were bad, muddy, or snowed in, it was customary around these parts to close them off. But it was also customary to ignore those signs entirely and drive there anyway.
Alright. So what I should do here? Brake lock. What? How the heck do I do? Reset. Nope. So what?
Still not a soul in sight. There was no point in waiting any longer.
I
Carl had to figure
think
this
I
one
remember
out by
from the
himself.
gameplay I watched spears. You have to go up here.
Emperor Duplessis, in spite of his conservative agenda, did a good job in colonizing the rural north, which helped to reestablish the region as an integral part of the province of Quebec.
Why not take
The
the
blue
tools?
flirt.
Alright. You know what? Dang it.
Belize could be seen fluttering in the wind here
Alright.
and there, taunting the red Canadian flags on the other side of the province's boundaries.
Now, like I says Chevrolet, right, or whatever. Trying to make fun of Chevrolet. It's a S10. I mean, well, I know S10s weren't that big back in the day. Yeah, brochure. Okay. actually gonna lose me.
Hamilton never mentioned a road blocking barrier. Why was it needed here in the back of Beyond? That would, however, be a mystery for another day. Carl had waited long enough for someone to come and raise it. Hamilton is waiting for Carl in the general store. It was time for him to get down to business. William Hamilton enjoyed a lavish country house built in the very heart of the northern forests, not too far from here.
Now let's try to give you a 35 there.
The local populace was divided
Or
when it came to
40.
the affluent men. Some saw a wealthy philanthropist dedicated to improving the region's economy. Others an aging Englishman who would do anything to further his
Or
fortunes.
just 40.
And those ones hated him enough to go on about scheming against him.
Okay.
Hamilton had recently acquired a few local businesses, but the last straw was the reopening of a mine, which gave rise to a wave of protests and threats from the Cree people. Given these circumstances, Carl reckoned that a good number of people must be feeling compelled to oppose Hamilton in one way or another. So far, only the industrialist's house had been a target, but soon enough, Carl thought, the target would become the man himself.
Oh, Jesus. That was not entirely my fault. Well, not my fault. Okay, use black screen. Black screen, black screen, black screen. A few hours later.
Carl needed to get out of there. The cold and the pain required urgent care.
Dang, man. That's what you call an intro to a game right there. Got any chains?
Carl wondered how long he would have to endure this skin-stinging cold.
Oh, crap.
The driver had taken off. It was still best to check it out and leave nothing to chance. Carl needed help. It was a small, locked box engraved with the letters W.H. Carl thought about taking it. Nothing was to be left to chance.
Okay. Dang.
This deep in the country, his last hope was to find an abandoned garage or a farm by the roadside. His life depended on it. Even better than he had hoped. Carl Faubert had succeeded once more, and was now on his way to new adventures. The Polaroid, Carl's long-standing and faithful ally, had seen its share of husbands caught red-handed cheating. There's always something out there waiting to be snapped away.
Dang it, that was pointless.
turned into pain. Carl needed to find someplace warm.
I'm gonna start a fire in this little house. Oh, I didn't want that. Can't figure out anything. There.
Carl's scout training was buried deep in his memory. What do you need again to start a fire?
Wood. Just 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, I'm gonna have this right here. Oh, that's very unfortunate. I think they got sounds like crunching. Because, I mean, it's very accurate. just not thought of that. See? Now, go back down there. We need to get coral back down there.
Spread out on a few acres of untouched forest, bellowing caribou, everlasting snow, and undefiled lakes,
What was
the
that?
Manistan region was no tourist hub. It was said to have been populated for millennia by Cree people, and ever since the industrial era, by the metal mining
What
industry.
did that say? No.
Now wasn't a good time to wander about. Hamilton was still out there.
I'm fine. I don't even look at what it said anyways.
The truck was running on fumes. Good thing that the general store was close by.
Game froze, kinda.
The plumps wouldn't surrender their divine nectar so easy to be switched on from inside the store. Trouble recognizing his employer. He had been killed. There was no need to be a detective to figure that out. But only a detective could have noticed that the killer had to have been very close, that the fatal blow had been given before the victim even realized. An explosion suddenly occurred outside.
I can't rob this dude. I guess not.
Carl knew that Gilles Lachance was in charge of the general store. That made him one of Hamilton's employees. A very angry employee, as Carl could plainly see.
Damn
Maintaining his composure, Carl recalled something from his military training. Wolves always stay away from populated areas. Wait, was it about bears? Carl was used to strange phenomena, but a chunk of ice like this, as if an iceberg came out of the ground, that was a first.
Hi.
Hi, I'm in the live stream.
I know this. Cause you sent me an invite to live stream. To live stream. Seth.
What?
You know how I downloaded GTA off of Alien Panda?
Yeah.
And you have that, and you have Alien Panda as active? It's still saying I can play GTA right now.
Thanks. That's funny.
Wait a minute, I got a question for you.
Huh?
I got a question for you.
What?
Turn my real quick. You know how I let you like I'm letting you use Alien Panda?
Yeah. We'll have to talk about it whenever I'm done with the stream.
Okay. Technically what I'm saying is like, you let me like borrow a game, I'll let you wow, when I go up to the stream, it's in the first day, it's legit.
The fresh milk indicated a
Like right now I'm trying to, like I'm saying, you can keep not even as active as long as you want because I play GTA right now because so you can keep it active until you beat the game. And they let me, and I'm see if you'll let me like use the
we'll
game
just
off
talk
your
about
account.
this later because I can't like really hear what you're saying.
Okay. Okay.
Carl felt that the store and its surroundings still held their secrets. He didn't like to miss out.
I know you can get on the Z1 on PS4.
Huh?
You can get X on Z1 on PS4. They're pre-order. You can get bundle. Did you know about this?
No.
It showed it even showed a video clip. It says it's coming out on May 22nd. It's right before we get out of school. Day before we get out. Here, I'll send you a screenshot. I have like $4 left in my name, so.
This seriously sounds like blowing into your mic.
What?
I said it sounds like you're blowing into your
You'll
mic.
endure this skin-stinging cold.
You're lagging for me.
Same with you.
I know know it can't be my internet because
It's probably
I'm
mine because where I'm live streaming.
yeah, it could be your internet where you're live streaming, it's glitching and everything. You hear something. And it's glitching for me. It's like, because I can hear you. Oh my god. You Rick and Morty avatars.
Huh?
You get Rick and Morty avatar.
Huh?
You can get Morty, Rick. Yeah, you can get their avatars. Stop.
Alright, it's saving on into live stream.